Alright everybody, so in this video I'm not gonna break down a sample that I already made or a beat that I already made. In this video I'm gonna actually cook up with you together, so you maybe see my workflow a bit better. Yeah, the reason why I do this is because I just found this guy called Freeze, and he's a saxophonist, and as some of you may know, I love the saxophone. So I asked him to send me some starters, and he sent me this one right here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna grab my guitar and then I see what I can come up with. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I will just copy this over like a couple of times. Then I will just hit the record button, turn on the metronome, and then I'm just gonna record. Alright, now let's record some top lines on this. Let's record another one, a bit higher one. Yeah, when I'm making samples like this, like a screwy G type of guitar style, then I usually don't add pianos to thicken it up or to widen it up. Usually I just add some vocal chops in the background or some like vocal ambience. Yeah, we just get this laid back kind of feeling, and we don't need that much energy in these type of samples. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up Splice real quick, and then I'm gonna look if we can find a vocal.
Baby, you give me a
This will definitely work. Drag it in real quick, and then let's see how it sounds just with the guitars. This sounds really good. Maybe in combination with the saxophone it won't sound that good. Never mind, it also works. The next step, when I got the guitars laid down, right now, as you can hear, they sound super dry, and also they are not on time yet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to time stretch it, and to do that, first render these out so you get like one clean audio track. And now when we are in new time, first I delete all markers because the markers that are auto-generated are trash. If you zoom in real quick, and you see they line up exactly where the note starts. And if you would then drag it somewhere else, the attack of the note, I don't know, it sounds weird. So I always delete it, and then I'm actually not lazy, and I add all of these time markers manually. Alright, so now that we got our guitars time stretched, let's add these to a mixer insert. So double click and hit Command L. Now we got these in our mixer, and then let's just drag this NBA Youngboy guitar preset from my Mix Essentials kit, which drops on May 9th. And since both top guitars play like on the same spot sometimes, as you can see right here, the first guitar plays and also the second top guitar, I pan them, the first one, yeah, maybe like 25% to the left, and this one 25% to the right side. And now we avoid stereo clashing. This is also very important if you make your samples, or also drums actually. If you got an instrument which plays on the same spots, then I highly recommend you to spread these apart from each other. Also, not only if they play on the same spot, sometimes it also sounds really good when they don't play at the same time, especially when you add reverb to them. But yeah, I don't like the first note right here, so let's delete this. Actually, I'm gonna add some reverb to the second top guitar. And also some reverb to the first guitar. Now let's mix in the vocal, and again let's drag this vocal chops preset 1 from my Mix Essentials kit on here. Alright, so the sample is almost done. I want to add one more thing, and this is a bass. And for these ambient guitar samples, I usually don't add a sub bass, but a bass guitar. So let's go into this bank right here, and let's choose one of my favorite presets, Double Date. And also for the bass, I want to add this bass preset right here. As you can see, I don't mix my loops anymore actually. I just drag and drop these presets from my Mix Essentials kit, from my upcoming Mix Essentials kit. And that's actually because these are real presets. So these aren't just some presets that I just created for this kit. These are actual presets from my loops. So that's why I always use them. And since this sounds a bit full, we gotta arrange it. But before I arrange my samples, I always render out every single stem. And the reason for that is because, let's say you render this guitar out, then you would see this guitar doesn't have a lot of reverb, but normally if you have sounds that have a lot of reverb, then the reverb tail would be maybe like this, for example. And if you would then arrange your stems, for example here, the reverb tail from this sample would clash into this sample. So this is why I always render out every single stem before I arrange my sample. It's an extra minute, but I like it more than separating my stems with 4 or 8 bars or using some automations. So yeah. Okay, every element is rendered out. Now let's arrange it. So first, of course, the guitar and the saxophone, because in my opinion, the saxophone is the best element of the sample. And when you're arranging your loops, always make sure that you put the best part of your sample all the way to the front. This is just because producers get hundreds of loops every single day. And if you send the sample, I promise you they won't hear longer than 8 seconds. You gotta catch their attention in the very first beginning. Also, what works is if you add an intro to the beginning. So if you would have some nice noise or some vinyl sound. So make sure that the beginning of your sample is interesting, and then the chances that your samples are getting used are way higher. And as you can see in this third section right here, the saxophone and the vocal plays. And what I'm gonna do is I will make the saxophone unique and I will make the vocal unique, and then I will pan the saxophone a bit to the left, just a few percent, and the vocal also just a few percent to the right side. That way we also avoid stereo clashing again. So yeah, basically the sample is done. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, this freestyle kind of thing, then let me know in the comments, and make sure to check out Freeze if you're looking for a fire saxophonist. Also, stay tuned for the Mix Essentials kit if you want to speed up your workflow and level up your mix at the same time. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.